You're about to witness one of the fastest sports in the world, with a ball traveling at speeds close to 200 miles per hour.
Execution.
Determination.
Sacrifice.
Fearless.
Discipline.
Passion.
You have to be a little crazy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here live in Portland, Oregon for the 2018 John Pelham Memorial Tournament of Champions. We've got the semifinal match coming up between Alvaro Beltran and Rocky Carson. Dean, let's take a look at how these gentlemen got here.
Nobody knows I'm here with you.
I'm jumping the gun. I'm so nervous. I'm so excited. I'm here with my partner, Dean Grizzly Bear. Dean, how are we feeling this morning? Thanks for the coffee.
We're feeling great. We had a great morning here in Portland. I was up very early. Took a nice little walk around town for a little bit. Got my thoughts straight and all that. And
yeah?
We're getting,
fresh
we're just getting
Portland
ready
air.
for a real good one.
Oh, I'm more than excited for it. We got head referee Scott McClellan out there doing a little talking and a little coin flip. I'll be getting some stretches in. So let's take a look at the draw. What do you say?
Well, let's see how first Alvaro got here. Alvaro is the 8th ranked player on tour. He's seeded 6th in this event because of our flip draw. So we explained that yesterday. We do a flip draw every now and then. 6 and 8 switch, 7 and 5 switch seeds. Just so that we don't see the same matchups in the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, Alvaro Beltran took out number 3 seed Daniel De La Rosa, 15-8, 15-8. Alvaro is playing amazing. His games against Daniel were, flawless. Very few mistakes, a lot of control, great execution. So that's what I saw there. On the other side, Rocky Carson took out Sam Murray. Now, Sam is a beast on the court, but Rocky had him running, moving, spinning. There was not a lot of times where Sam Murray's feet were set to shoot.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, and Rocky, the first game was, 15-4. The second game, there was a lot more action. Sam did put up a little more fight, but Rocky came out ahead 15-10. So that's how we got here from yesterday. We had 4 great matches. We'll go through the other side of the draw in our next broadcast. But like I said before, we got a real good one here today.
Yes, we do, Dean. I'm excited. We've got Scott taking his perch. We're going to see what's going on here. Looks like Alvy will be serving first.
We got a lot of the usuals in the chat box already. Kelly Diesel is watching. Scott Fish is watching.
Sharon as well.
Let's see, Ricky Diaz is watching, Tony Carson, Thomas Carter. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please share our feed. The chat box is starting to go. We're ready to go. The players are getting themselves set. The last few hits, like you said before, the head referee, they went right into things. I think they're ready to go.
We're ready. Are you ready?
Players
Rocky
checking in
says
with the
he's ready.
Yeah. Vincent back in Long Island.
What's up, Vincent?
All right, we got a share already. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about, people. We're
There
already
you
at
go.
150. I'd like to see at least 500 by game 2.
Yeah. Is it? So in the chat box already, Rockies 26 for 26 wins, 21 losses against Alvaro. Alvaro. Yeah. These two played a lot. My buddy Bob Strangio back in Long Island checking in. Thanks for the share, Bob. Appreciate that. Damian Zamorano, better make a share there. Rocky's going to shoot this right into the corner. Alvaro skips that one in. So there's a couple of rules of thought there. In the beginning of the game, do you go for winners early? Do you try to keep the ball a little safe? Alvaro clearly went for a winner. Skip ball.
Yeah, and I got to expect with this one, it's not going to be a quick one.
No, both players are going to really take their time. See, Alvaro was set up for that, but what I noticed there is that he didn't really bend. He kind of shot from standing up. A little bit of bend of the knee, you know, get your feet in a little more position, your racket a little more smoother, straighter swing. Maybe not a skip. Robbie Lyons, thanks for the share.
The king in the chat box, Kane Wastenchuk, he's got a big match coming up next against the hometown hero, Charlie Pratt.
Billy Green back in Long Island, checking in also.
Long Island love.
There's a lot of them.
Yes, sir.
I hate to tell you. Used to be a hotbed for racquetball. Now I have to say the Pacific Northwest is a hotbed. There's a lot of racquetball players in this region. It's a great cross-court kill shot by Rocky Carson. 2-0, Rocky Carson. Drive serve coming up. So I haven't noticed if any of his first serves got in yet. I noticed there was quite a few second serves.
I don't believe.
Great pinch kill shot by Alvaro Beltran. Rocky was a little deep in the box. Couldn't catch up to that one. Excellent execution for Alvaro.
A lot of short serves so far, Dean.
Yeah,
Both
again, players early, gonna get in their groove on, trying to see, you know, how the ball is playing today, how the court's playing today. And a shot like that.
You know how he's feeling.
Well, you know, it was a lob serve for Alvaro, but his serves usually don't come off the back wall. Rocky went up top. Alvaro's going to shoot this. Good cross court. Rocky's right there for that one.
What a shot.
So 2 cross courts in a row. Rocky's right there on it. Alvaro goes down the line but skips it in. But Rocky had excellent court position. He was in center court, controlled it, kept throwing the ball up to the ceiling, kept Alvaro at 39 feet, and Rocky won that point. Woo. Good drive serve right there, but just came flying off that back wall, and Alvaro stepped in and drilled it.
Yeah, and that feels good because he skipped a couple of those already.
Alvaro Beltran with the drive serve. Good one by him. Wow, that's a back wall roller.
You see the little nod.
It's one of the
Alvy gives the crowd.
That's one of the toughest shots to make.
I
I'm surprised he was able to execute that
Hey,
one.
he's feeling good. Ate his Wheaties.
Both players looking at each other like, I can't believe you pulled that one
Yeah,
out.
Rocky says, do it again.
Yeah. Now, if he does, now we're talking. Chris, thank you for streaming the best sport in the world. I agree. Nelson Valentin from Cuba is in the box. I played against him in Costa Rica. Great guy. Good cross court there by Rocky, but Alvaro gets a racket on it.
Wow.
That's a replay.
Replay.
Players a little bit too close to each other.
That's unfortunate, too, because that was a heck of a rally to come to a replay.
Yeah, no.
Woo.
What a great shot.
Now, I've seen Rocky serve a Z serve, which I saw a bunch at the U.S. Open, and I haven't seen much this weekend. So I'm interested to see why he chose to do it earlier in the semis.
Yeah, we shall see. Setup coming by Carson, 39 feet, shoots that overhand. Alvaro, great reach by Alvaro Beltran.
Yeah.
Here's a tough one. Alvaro gets that one. Yeah, you knew he was going to pinch that right into the corner. So, when the long matches usually favor Rocky when he's playing someone younger that's not really that conditioned. Alvaro seems to be extremely conditioned, and I think the 2 out of 3 format favors someone like Alvaro Beltran.
I couldn't agree.
I think so.
Couldn't agree more. Sorry, Dean. Getting caught up.
That was not good execution right there by Beltran. He definitely sat there and he wanted that shot back.
Yeah, both players exchanging serves, not points.
Yeah, still only 3 serves won. Let's shout out all our sponsors, our IRT Tour sponsors. We have Racquetball Warehouse. We have Head Racquetball, Gearbox, Service Masters, Penn, the ball that matters, Rollout Racquetball, WearRollout.com. Special this weekend only if you want 10% off at WearRollout.com. Just put in the promotion code IRT Portland. Got Rafa House, Stars, Michael August. A lot of sponsors for the tour. We appreciate all you guys do for our tour. Rocky Carson, 5-1 lead. Can't count out Alvaro Beltran. I don't care what the score is.
Now, he can't be giving up easy ones like that, but he's not going to go away. He's going to figure it out.
Yeah, well, he barely got his racket on. That was a really good pass by Rocky Carson. Alvaro barely got a racket on it, but Rocky stayed in the front of the court and was able to just re-pinch kill that ball. So Alvaro was way out of position for that. That was a rip right there by Beltran. He's one of the smoothest swingers, Alvaro.
Yeah, I agree. It's like silk out there. Just
yeah. Great pass right there by Beltran. Rocky gets that one. Here's another setup by Beltran. Reverse pinch. Rocky Carson can't get that one.
see if Alvy can put some points together here, Dean.
Yeah, he's starting to groove, I think.
Yeah, he had a great kill shot. Gets in the service box.
Short serve is the call. Alvaro looked right up at the referee. Maybe an appeal. Hold on. Stay tuned. I'll tell you, for a Saturday, early afternoon, this place is jamming already. There's the Alvaro forehand. Oh, that ball just rolled off the back wall. Good passing shot by Rocky Carson. Six serving two.
Hashtag
just a replay. I don't know if I'll agree with that. Rocky tried the jam serve, and because Alvaro was able to read it, you know, he was able to catch a forehand, but he couldn't swing because Rocky's right in front of him. Great drive serve by Rocky Carson. Wow, that ball just was like a bullet off the front wall, and Alvaro stepped right and buried it into the corner.
I think Rocky thought he had a gift, and Alvy said, I'll take it.
Well, because the ball definitely spun a little different off that front wall there.
Hello, Jeff Peters. Shout out Chicago.
Yeah, guys in the chat box, let us know where you're watching from, so we can definitely say hello to those regions across the world that is watching this absolutely great one. Jeff Peters from Chicago checking in. Jeff is one of our tournament directors. He runs our Pro Stop, the Shamrock Shootout in March in Chicago, in Lombard, Illinois, one of my favorite places to go. Oh, what a bad skip right there by Carson.
He definitely should have put that one away. You wouldn't expect him to skip that.
You know, it's a really tough shot to step up and cut off that ball and to execute as well. You know, but if anyone on tour that can do it is Kane and Rocky. Screen serve is the call. Both players disagree with that. Yeah, Rocky's talking about a call yesterday.
Still got that one in the back of his head.
Scott's like, listen, get over it.
Right, we're watching now.
Yeah, I got the plum pants on.
He does have
Saturday.
the plum pants. Yeah, it's a Saturday final, not Sunday. Hello,
got
Tracy
my
Valentine in the chat box.
Oh, that's our tournament director from Maryland.
What a season opener that was.
Wow, what a great pass right there by Alvaro Beltran.
Dean, I think that little exchange between both players and the ref, I think that was the switch. I think they're about to turn this one up.
Yeah, it's how many minutes in are we?
We are only 17 minutes in.
From the broadcast, so maybe
Probably
15?
Yeah, something like
12?
that.
12 minutes in, we got 9 points. 6 serving 3. Rocky Carson drive serve coming up. Bolivia's in the chat box. Charlie Pratt is in the chat box. Checking on the check. You can't say check it in the computer. You got to actually call for the appeal.
So we do have an appeal.
Alvaro's asking Fran Davis, did it skip? Maybe he would have replayed it. I don't know. They have history also.
Scott's going to look it back. It's clearly not a skip here, Dean.
You know,
that is clean.
But I'll tell you, to Scott's defense, when you're watching from up there, that's a difficult ball to see.
It is a difficult ball to see. Scott's the head IRT referee for a reason. He knows what he's calling, and sometimes he gets them wrong.
But it's also the vantage point. So every single one of our matches that he refs are not always on a specific, court type.
Correct.
So he may be down low. Here he happens to be up high.
Right.
And when you're up high, that's a difficult shot to see.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's whatever the club can provide. Every club's different.
So Alvaro's questioning a screen serve, which you cannot appeal. But what he's saying before, you called a screen, one that hit the corner. This one didn't really go to the corner and maybe should have been. What it really comes down to, that other call that was a screen, you know, may have been a premature call by Scott. He may have thought it was, you know, at a different vantage point.
Right.
But okay, let them get their frustrations out. Now back to business.
I told you that switch.
Yeah. Set up by Beltran. That's a beautiful rollout pitch. Do you see how effortlessly he swings that backhand? That's amazing shot. That was amazing. Rocky Carson looking back at Coach Fran Davis and saying, was it good? Because maybe inside the court he may have heard it as a skip sound.
Fran Davis for racquetball.com.
Robbie Lyon saying they're going to give it to Scott today.
And that means they're giving it to me too, Dean.
Yeah.
They're going to be calling those appeals.
Yeah, Dwayne in the chat box says we should have line judges on the floor. We have video replay, so that kind of clears most of that up. So, you know,
Dwayne
when
from
we
Stars.
have, what's that?
Dwayne from Stars, great
Yeah.
organization, one of our tour sponsors.
So when we have a video replay, there's a monitor right underneath Scott. We're going to have another one right here. Trying to see what is he. He's calling for a skip serve. Oh, okay. So there it is. I was trying to explain the replay action, and I missed this one. So the call from head referee was a skip serve. So let's see how that plays out now. Bobby, I'll give that message to Alvaro. Stick with the drive serve. Augustine Tristan checking in from Mexico. Kevin Vasquez checking in. This one's probably a little bit more difficult for Scott to see. But it's pretty clear. I saw it quick myself.
I don't think it was a skip serve.
No.
But what's my opinion, right?
Yeah, we don't matter. There's only one opinion that matters, and
That's
it's
right. It's the referee.
head referee.
So Scott's going to take one more look at it here. So here it is right here. Scott's going to take one more look at it.
What do you guys think in the chat box?
It's just so tough to see. It's his best look. Here comes
Yeah.
his call. And I'll be not happy. We had to take a little while to look at that, Dean. We looked through several different camera angles there. He found his best view, made his call.
So I think what Scott said to Alvaro, and Alvaro's a little bit heated, and I can't really blame him. I think he said it was I didn't see this. I think what he meant is I didn't see the skip, but all he said is I didn't see it, so it's a short serve. And Alvaro said if you didn't see it, then you have to call stands.
Right.
I just think Scott didn't articulate his call enough, you know, to put Alvaro at ease. 9 serving 3 right here. Rocky Carson back in the driver's seat here. 9 serves 3. There's the screen serve. See, there's what we talked about before. The players don't want that as a screen because it's a setup. But to Scott's defense, it's not a setup because the first thing that happens is a screen, which makes the serve illegal. So on it would be the same if it's a short serve or a long serve. If it's a setup, it's irrelevant. The serve's not a legal serve. Move on. 9 serves 3. Second serve. Alvaro's heated. He really needs a timeout right here.
I couldn't agree more.
10 serves 3. Because, you know, he just needs to calm himself down.
And it's like you said, they need to let it go. And both of these players, they have a tendency to hold on to things.
You know, it's easier said than done.
Right.
Because I've been there. But if you take it almost like, I know in a basketball scenario, you get a bad call, the whole way you're walking down the court going the other way, you're jarring at that referee, right? Mm-hmm. Same
That's
scenario. 11 serves 3. Game number 1. First semifinals here in Poppin, Portland. It's not pouring today.
It's not pouring today, nope.
Short serve. It's partly cloudy, Portland. Actually, it's extremely cloudy.
Hello, Dwayne from Las Vegas. Viva. Serve.
Alvaro with a setup right here down the line. Rocky can't get that one. Oh, he might have a little. Might have a timeout. A little.
Gonna get out there?
No
nope.
TT.
Oh, and he was
no
ready.
TTs.
He was on the edge of his seat.
He's got his world's fastest sports shirt on. One of those shirts you can find at wearrollout.com. Like
Jonathan
I said before,
Clay.
10% off this weekend. See? Okay, so on that particular play, I can't blame Alvaro. He has center court. Rocky's severely out of position, but you got to give him a path to the ball. You see the big deep breath Alvaro just took?
Yeah.
He needed that.
And he had that long walk. Now, there's where he went wrong.
Because you know what he feels like in the court right now? He feels like it's Scott and Rocky versus him.
Yep.
That's the feeling.
Yeah.
True showman right there, Alvaro Beltran.
Always is, too.
Rocky going to overhand that. Rocky going to shoot from 39 feet. Alvaro's right there.
Woo!
Puts that right down. 2 quick points, Alvaro Beltran. 5 serves 11.
I think Scott lit a fire.
Yeah. Speaking of fires, we got to say hi to Ricky Betts.
Rick Betts.
No, Ricky Betts.
My boy.
Oh, nice play right there by Rocky. Get that ball to that wall. Alvaro buries
Look
that
at
into
him.
the corner.
He's putting points together. That could be a warning.
Yeah, even if the ball's broken now, it's irrelevant because Rocky hit it after the rally.
Right.
But I don't think it was broken to begin with. Alvaro just had a great front wall, side wall kill shot. Kind of hit that crack on the side wall, just died. Excellent point by Alvaro Beltran. 6 serves 11. Rocky going to step back and shoot this. Alvaro's right there, goes up top. Here comes a setup by Beltran. Oh, just missed. Came up splinters on the pinch rollout. But that's the shot he hits. He usually, makes it nice and smooth.
What's up, Wes Obana?
Drive serve by Carson. 11 serve 6. Let's look for the screen. Great serve by Carson. Set up off the back wall.
Oh, that's
beautiful kill shot by Rocky Carson. Even Alvaro gives him a little pat saying, nice shot.
Yeah, that was just phenomenal.
You know what? It started with a fantastic serve. That's
Right.
what it started with. Great serve into the corner. Short serve. So what I haven't seen Rocky do is from that standpoint on the court, he constantly will drive to the left. I'd like to see one shot over to the right just to establish, make sure Alvaro's not jumping the gun there.
Right.
Even if it's a short. just to show them that I may shoot it.
Yeah, you can't leave it there.
Another great point by Rocky Carson. Timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout here too.
And we'll be right back here on the IRT Network, presented by
eNet Live.
Do you want to be a better racquetball player? Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Sudsy Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis, all at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
When you don't feel like yourself, trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From prescription medications to finding the things that make you feel better. Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
PRT event with my daughter.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I pulled a fast one on my partner, Dean, here.
Yeah.
Didn't give him a countdown. You got to stay on your toes, just like the players on the court. Rocky Carson with a 13-6.
I'm talking to the boss, CEO.
The boss. You know, he's got to get on the air sometime, right?
Yeah. Maybe in the cane match, because we got a couple of announcements that the IRT has to have happen.
13-6 here in game one.
Rocky Carson drive serve coming out of this timeout. There it is to the right side, and Alvaro's right there. Great down the line kill shot by Alvaro Beltran.
Best
what a great
shot
shirt
in racquetball.
Yeah. Again, that whole rally started off with a very good serve. High lob by Alvaro Beltran. Rocky shoots that. Alvaro buries it into the corner. Point number 7 by Beltran.
That's a great effort by Rocky. We've seen him come up with those before.
Yeah, well, this is Alvaro's serve, and even on a return, he's ready for your return, and he's able to execute really well. Oh, all splinters. Bad shot selection by Beltran. You know, Rocky Carson's in front of him, and Alvaro goes for the pinch rollout when down the line is wide open. Your opponent is in front of you. You must take the down the line. I learned that.
From?
At a camp. Can't tell you where.
I'll tell you.
Setup by Carson. Buries that into the corner. Point number 14. First game point opportunity for Rocky Carson. I'm expecting Alvaro to stave this off and get himself back in the box. Rally off a couple more points. That's my prediction right here.
I hope you're right.
Short serve coming up. No, good serve. Set up by Carson. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Good thing I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. Game one in the books. Rocky Carson, 15-7. We'll be back in a few minutes for game number 2 in our first semifinals action here at the John A. Pelham Memorial Tournament of Champions.
I feel like the racket belongs to my hand. It's just something natural, I think.
Not affecting her. She's doing such a great job.
Reaching your dream foundation helped me a lot to get to other places and other tournaments and get more experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in downtown Portland, Oregon, at the 2018 John Pelham Memorial Tournament of Champions. Rocky Carson here to serve in Game 2. Kelly Diesel here with my partner, Dean Grizzly Bear.
Ready to go for game number 2. While we get started, we also just have to mention, obviously this tournament is for John A. Pelham, but there's the Live Like John Foundation. That's the sponsor of this tournament. They do some wonderful stuff. John Pelham, was killed in the line of duty in the armed forces. I gave yesterday, so I'm asking you to give today. Please reach into your pocket, give what you can. LiveLikeJohn.net. Tony Ross checking in from Long Island. How you doing, Tony? Great get there by Beltran, goes up top. Here comes the setup. What a shot by Beltran again. I think that was 2 bounces by Beltran.
I'm not sure if he called it.
We got Alex Landa in the box.
Either way, Rocky put it away, so.
We got Laura Gibbs in the box.
Laura Gibbs.
MLG Holdings. Guys, you might want to thank Laura and Mark Gibbs. They're the reason you're watching here for free.
You had better. See Laura very soon, Dean.
Avoidable right there.
A month from now.
He jumped, but if you jump, it's irrelevant. Yeah, but, to his defense.
You gotta love it.
Wow. Right there, Jerry thanks Laura and Mark. Very good. Beth Shea watching from from New York.
Hello.
Amy Ruiz from New York.
Hello, Andre Pereira.
Great get right there by Carson. Alvaro going to go into the corner right here for a winner.
That was quite a shot there by Alvi.
I love a great serve by Beltran. Rocky has to go up top, stays with the forehand here. Beltran puts that right down the line. Alvaro thinks it skips, and there's an appeal. Alvaro motioned right away that was a skip ball. So we have our video replay.
Here it comes, sending it over to Scott. We'll see what he sees. He's going to slow it down. Looks good to me. He's going to take one more look at it. What do you see here, Dean?
I don't know. Rocky goes to the ball. It's hard to see because of that
Good
crack
shot
on the wall.
I'm 2 for 2, Dean.
Well, just because Scott called it good, that doesn't mean you're right.
Hey, I can see it in slow motion.
Eduardo Portilla, Joanna Reyes checking in. Steve Hackman says, look good.
That's right, Steve. Me and you.
Rocky Carson, drive serve short. Carson up 2, serve 0. Is Rocky up 2-0 or Alvaro?
I believe Rocky is.
Let's see. We'll know right now. No.
It is
One
Alvaro.
serving two. I thought I saw the scoreboard. That's why. One serving two. Rocky Carson finally on the board in game number 2. What a great shot right there by Beltran. Nice. Rocky can't
swing
get
and a
to that
miss.
one. Side out. Crowd likes it. It's a pretty decent rally. The ball was hit at some really good speed, pushing it to 2, pushing it to 3.
It's going to go lob. Always.
Yeah, this is the Beltran special. I love that serve. Nice. See how Alvaro just put that in the right spot. He doesn't have to kill the ball. That ball was, you know, maybe 2 feet high. But where Rocky was on the court, there was just no chance of catching up to that ball at all. Mr. Tim Hansen from Florida checking in. Thank you for checking in, Tim. Stu Solomon. Oh, not a good skip right there by Beltran.
He almost fell over
like,
on that one.
Yeah. Did he lose his footing?
Hello, Felipe, Jerry, Freddie, Steve. Hello,
Laura
Rod Southwood.
Edmondson.
Angelo.
Miss Laura Edmondson is home on maternity leave. Fellow broadcaster Timothy Baghurst is checking in.
Timothy, how we doing? I'm sure we could use a few
Mr.
pointers.
Rod Southwood is checking in. How are you, Rod? And we got a game number 2 here. 2 serves 3.
Oh.
So Rocky's drive serves are really, they're in good positions, but they're coming off the back wall.
And that's a goner. Fran Davis. A throw from center field.
That went through the uprights.
Yeah.
Wayne from Long Island. Wayne, are you still in Long Island or did you move? What another great pass by Alvaro Beltran. 4 serves 2. Serve, return, pass. Very good. Good rally for Beltran. See, this high lob sets up these nice rallies in his favor.
Nah, that
Wow,
one's not
that
going to reach the front.
Hugged the side wall. What a great shot. Rocky steps back and shoots this one cross court. Alvaro's right there. It's going to be. Oh, Rocky had the pinch wide open there. Alvaro's on track of every ball Rocky has right here. And comes up splinters. So on those lob serves, Rocky seemed to kind of just be a little bit too loose, not focused enough on the return of those Alvaro serves. We'll hopefully see an adjustment in that. Roddy loves the Dean and Diesel show. All
That's
right.
right.
I like
Coming
that.
to a city near you.
We got to make shirts on that. Oh, Wayne, you are still in Long Island. I haven't seen you in the gym in a while. So you better get down there Monday night.
What are you trying to say?
You know, he's afraid of this weapon I have. You know, I have a bag full of weapons in my racquetball arsenal.
Speaking of
Skip.
weapons.
That's a phrase my brother uses. My one brother tells my other brother, you're never going to win because you don't have weapons. You can never win at the U.S. Open. You don't have weapons.
That's great.
Speaking of weapons, Rocky has a ton of them.
Yeah, he does. See what kind of serve he's going with here. I'm saying drive. He's going to prove me wrong, though.
Short serve. No, off the back wall. That's going to be a screen. Alvaro wants that serve. You know, Alvaro, you got to let it go. You're not going to get that. You got to let it go, Alvaro. Keep the body language positive. I don't like this. As a player, I totally agree with Alvaro, but the rule is the rule. It's a screen before it's a setup.
Yeah.
So Dawn Carson in the chat box is rooting for Carson.
So Alvaro just picked up a warning there.
And rightfully so.
For sure.
You know, there's only so much you can go. And you know what? The line was crossed. Wow. What a backhand splat rollout right there by Beltran.
Yeah, every time Alvaro and Scott have a little exchange, it seems that Beltran just gets a little fired up and he says, "This one's for you, Scott."
Yeah. Beltran is the Mexican monster. Whoa, what a shot right there. Flatty. That was the flatty. So we have Big Canada. We have the Mexican monster. We have DLR. We have the King.
We have the King. I saw Charlie Pratt in there earlier.
Oh, that ball did not come off the back wall. Great return there by Rocky Carson. Perfect spot. 3 serve 6. Game number 2. Dawn, I know you're his sister. I actually asked him yesterday. Around the world, great cross-court pass there by the Mexican monster.
Yeah, even I love that nickname. Even Rocky couldn't catch up to that, and he gets a lot.
Yeah. 6 serve 3.
And looky here, Dean, we've got our first towel timeout. Tell us who it's sponsored by.
Oh, a little bit premature there, Kelly.
We'll do a quick one.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, they had to wipe up a sneeze. There was a sneeze out there.
Service Master Clean and Restore.
Do you want to be a better racquetball player?
Back to the action. Vincent Pan watching. Who's coming up with these nicknames? Maybe you, Vin. Text me.
The Mexican monster with the lob.
Rocky gonna overhand this off the back wall, set up by Beltran. Puts that into the corner without any effort. Beautiful shot. So on this high lob serve, it's very difficult to shoot down the line. So most always will be a cross court. But you're gonna see it down the line now. No. Rocky's right there, so is Alvaro. Shoots that 1 foot in the air for the cameraman, and it went all splinters.
Who is that cameraman?
That is Kevin Savory. He has his Portland IRT t-shirt on today.
There's the view Kevin's looking at right now. He's in that little crawl space in the front. It's actually a great camera view. Scott loves that to see if it was a double bounce or if they actually get the ball coming off the wall.
Wow, what another great return of serve by Alvaro Beltran. That was a really good Z serve. That came off the side wall at about 39 feet, and Alvaro just pushed it into the corner. I like that Alvaro changing up the serve a little bit, putting a little drive serve in, because his serve is a second serve, that lob serve. So if he misses the drive serve, his lob serve is fantastic. Change up the speed and the angle, and Rocky has a decent return. Rocky took the wrong shot right at Carson. Alvaro took the wrong shot right at Rocky Carson, and he skipped it. Alvaro had the whole left side of the court wide open. 8 serves 3. 5-point lead here by the Mexican monster.
Dean, I've almost got my wish. I said game 2, I want at least 400 followers. We're at 370. Keep it up, guys. Keep sharing.
That's a cute picture from Miss Laura Edmondson. Alvaro's total control of this game. Timeout on the court. We'll take a short break right here on the IRT Network, presented by eNet Live.
People in racquetball are my family. I like to say that's one of the things I enjoy about the sport so much, is that once you play it, once you get into it, then you become part of a family. It makes traveling on the road, as much as we do, easy. Way easier than what it possibly could be if we didn't.
Head Racquetball, one of our great sponsors on tour. Kelly Diesel here, joined with Dean Grizzly Bear. Dean, what do you think's going to happen here? Alvaro's got himself a decent lead.
Well, that was a very smart timeout by Rocky Carson. But Alvaro has, really dominated this game, and it starts with his serve and a weak return by Rocky, and Alvaro is right there to, stay in control. Another great serve by Alvaro Beltran. That was a good miss right there. If he hit that ball, that would have definitely been a technical.
Yeah, absolutely.
11 serving 3 on the head pen scoreboard. We got a good one here.
I think Rocky's still upset about something. As we said, Dean, these guys don't let him go.
Alvaro saying, Rocky, how dare you take that shot? I'm over here. It's supposed to come this way. But I like the aggressiveness that Rocky just showed. He changed it up. Whatever he was doing before, Alvaro's on it. So clearly, Alvaro was not expecting that shot, and that's not, usually Rocky Carson. So it's good to see aggressiveness.
He's got to be aggressive here, down 8.
Wow. Alvaro shoots that ball, it's almost behind him. His swing is like no other.
Shout out Kevin, shout out Rob. Richard Al, the planking champion of the IRT. Hello, Sherrod. Newly married. Congratulations, Shravan. Oh, what a get.
What a great dive there by Beltran.
Up.
Can't get that one. We're going to have a towel timeout. I'm almost positive. Yeah, the glasses come off. There they go. Play the bump.
And so this towel timeout brought to you by Frank Canelano's Service Master Restore. For all your cleaning needs, Service Master Restore.
So some guys in the chat box are saying, hey, listen, Rocky needs to change that return of serve, which you saw the last one there. Before that play, Rocky had the one into the corner. Alvaro definitely was not expecting that. But you have to know that, I know it's a lob serve and everyone thinks it's an easy thing to return, but it's not. Because of where Alvaro puts that ball, wallpaper against that wall, it's a difficult return to be aggressive with.
Short
Rocky
serve
wanted
called there.
That serve, good. Short serve right there. Second serve coming up. Different lob by Carson.
Would have been
Alvaro
a great
was
get.
right behind him. Nice effort right there. Play it again.
We'll play it again.
Just got to play it. We could talk. So you're seeing now Rocky establish center court, and he has Alvaro moving side to side and going from one side of the court to the other. You can clearly see he's not getting that ball, but he's trying. He's laying it all out. Because if Alvaro wants to finish this game early and reserve his, energy for game 3, and Rocky, on the other hand, wants to climb right back and get this over.
Right. It'd be devastating for Alvaro to blow this lead, but he's facing the number 2 player in the world, so.
There he is, Ricky Betts in the chat box.
My boy, Ricky Betts. And the house salesman himself, Wayne Anton.
Rocky Carson gonna go with that Z. Perfect down the line return there by Beltran.
Yeah, important for Alvaro to at least get 1 or 2 here.
That ball stuck to that glass wall. That was a very good shot. Good return there by Carson. Oh, that ball was up. Alvaro missed an opportunity. He could have got that ball. I think he gave up a little too early because he was out of court. He was out of position.
Yeah, he sounded pretty pleased about it, as you could hear.
Alan Douglas checking in from New Jersey. Robert Cerrito, one of my biggest sponsors for our New York tournaments. Set up by Carson. Alvaro's right there. Can't get that one. Good rally right there. Good effort. The crowd likes it. People in the box are saying, here comes Carson.
Yeah, he's going to crawl his way back into this unless Alvaro figures it out.
Here's Johnny. You're not that old. You don't remember.
No, I know The Shining.
Good serve selection right there by Carson. I like it. Even though it was short, it's establishing to his opponent that I might put it there so you can't really jump my serve. Rocky wants an avoidable. I'll agree with him there. But Rocky really was just pushing the ball. He really wasn't set up. Hashtag just the
replay. Put it on a shirt.
Justin is asking, when is the IRT going to New Jersey? We will have a stop on Long Island. It's not a far ride. Make the trip. Oh, all divot right there.
Yeah. As we said yesterday, better check that golf game.
Mosh Man checking in from Florida. He's appealing the short serve. So Kelly's getting that back. Stuttgart, Germany's watching again. Kevin Lloyd, the RT coming to North Carolina. I couldn't tell you. Whenever you want us to come, feel free to give me an email, dean@irt-tour.com.
Looks
John
very short
at
to me.
irt-tour.com. Was it a short? Short serve. Good appeal by Rocky Carson. I think that came from the coach, no?
Absolutely it did. Fran Davis, racquetball.com.
Rocky Carson going in second serve. 5 serves 11. Rocky's going to shoot this. Buries it into the corner. What a nice shot right there. 6 serves 11. Rocky's climbing the hill. Back in action.
And that's what that appeal does for you, Dean.
Yeah, it sets the record straight. First serve coming up. 6 serves 11. Beautiful off the back wall. Kill shot by Beltran. I was holding my breath waiting for the screen serve to be called. Rocky would have liked it.
Oh, this place.
DLR checking in. That's a great return. So, for those of you maybe in the back camera angle, that ball doesn't come off the back wall, so you have to. And Alvaro usually does. He usually gets it right off before it hits the back wall and goes up to the ceiling to reset the point. But he let that go. It looked like it was going to come off the back wall, and then it didn't. Beautiful serve by Carson and a great return by the Mexican monster.
We got to use that nickname going forward. Shout out to all 413 of you guys watching along with us at home.
Set up off the back wall by Beltran. You knew that was going to be a pinch. Point number 12 for Beltran.
And that's important, Dean. He hadn't scored in a little over 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah. You know, it was not a good return by Carson. I like what he was trying to do, get Alvaro to spin around, but he's not Sam Murray. When you spin Sam, you'll get a skip. Alvaro tracks the ball probably better than anyone. And
that's not a knock at Sam either. Sam's a heck of an athlete.
Not at all. But when Alvaro takes that spin around, his pinches are always perfect. Great down the line by Carson.
What a get by Alvy.
That ball skipped. That ball skipped. Peel coming up. I thought it skipped. The crew's here saying it was good. Let's see. I get what Rocky's saying, because I'll do that a lot myself. When my racket hits that ground, so your opponent thinks it skips, but the ball's good.
So here it is, coming up right now.
Yeah, the fact that he took his backhand on this, I would have rathered a forehand.
What do you see here? It looks good to me, but I'm not the ref.
Shot was good.
Shot is called good. It is clear.
So Alvaro's asking the ref, did you see that clearly? And his answer is yeah. So,
did you see it clearly, Dean?
I did on the replay. In live time, though, no. My first instinct was that skipped.
All credit to Scott. He gets a lot of flack from the players. I'm sure even more from the fans. But he's a professional, and he knows what he's doing up there. He's quick to admit when he's wrong, and he just wants to get the call right.
Absolutely. What a return right there by the Mexican monster.
And every time, Dean, every time they have an exchange, Alvy says, all right, I'm going to do this one for you.
That's true. It's been happening. 12 serving 6. Alvaro's got him doubled up. Down to drive serve by Beltran. Hits the crack. Carson gets his racket on it. Set up by Beltran. That's an easy point by Alvaro Beltran.
Yep.
Again, it all started with a fantastic serve. 13 serve 6. Beltran going again. Short ball is the call. Second serve. Alvaro's playing this into that corner. Oh, bad shot selection by Carson. He had it in his head to go for the pinch from the get-go, and Alvaro was standing right there. Good read by Beltran. First game point opportunity by Carson. Yeah, he knows he's going down the line on that one. Set up by Carson, buries it into the corner for a side out. Alvaro trying to sell that. Carson's like, yeah, I'm not shaking your hand. Oh, there you go there. Head referee called it a skip ball, and Alvaro said no, it was good. What a good sportsman there by Beltran. Anybody else would have been walking off the court already. I would have. Here we are in extra innings now. Yep. Second game point opportunity by Beltran. No ifs, ands, or buts about that kill shot, I'll tell you. Chest high, he buried that. Second game point opportunity by Beltran.
Short serve
Short
there.
serve is the call. You're going to see an appeal, I think.
Well, I'll have it ready. It looked pretty short.
So he asked God, if I appeal it and it's good, is it a point? So he said, yeah. Not a bad appeal by Beltran. Because it hit the crack, it would be an ace. So everybody back home, you understand that players only get 2 appeals. So if they make an appeal and they win their appeal, they save it. So it's kind of like the coach's challenge in football.
Yeah, they just don't have red flags.
Yeah. That's what we're going to get. We're going to get a red. Well, we could get a yellow one.
Yeah, that's true.
A service master towel. Short serve is the call. Second serve by Beltran.
It was the right call. It was short.
Rocky's going to shoot this one cross court. Alvaro's right there.
What a get.
Gets his racket on it. Oh, Alvaro had the opportunity right there. You're going to see a towel timeout.
And with that towel timeout, just want to thank everybody watching at home. I saw Dylan Reed in the chat box. Shout out the Racquetball Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts. Check it out. Great stuff. Great guests. A lot of IRT pros, former pros.
There
Back to the action here.
A service master towel timeout. So 6 serving 14. Rocky Carson holds off another game point opportunity. That was number 3 for Beltran. Great down the line by Beltran. Rocky's right there. Nice cross-court winner by Beltran.
Looks so
without
easy.
any effort.
Yeah, so easy.
So, this is number 4. Right? Number
Yep.
4. Fourth game point opportunity for Beltran, stuck at 14. It's 14-6. Short serve is the call. Second serve coming up. I'm predicting the high lob to the forehand.
Do we have a winner off of this serve, or this rally?
You just want a weak return. What an overhand splat rolly. Wow, a splatty.
A splatty. We're
Yeah,
getting
because
all
it wasn't
kinds of new
flat.
ones today.
It wasn't Wayne Antone flat.
No.
That was splatty.
Right.
Because it stayed high. But Beltran is at the hash mark. There's no way he can even move for that ball. 6 serves 14. Rocky Carson back in the service box. Great Z serve by Carson. And there was a flat. Oh, what a great shot down the line. That ball sounded really funny. I would check it. We have a towel timeout.
It does look like it's bouncing a little odd.
Yeah.
I think it's broke. Nope.
So the fourth game point opportunity held off by Rocky Carson. 7 serving 14. Rocky Carson in the box again. What a serve. Ace serve. That's a good serve, Alvaro. He's going to appeal it. He's going to lose that appeal.
We'll see what happens here.
Now, in live time, it looked clear to me.
Oh, Alvaro actually doesn't have any appeals left. That's unfortunate. Dean, we'll roll it back for our viewers at home. See what they think.
8 serving 14 as you're watching this beautiful drive serve by Rocky Carson. He's looking into the corner. It's good. Alvaro back in the service box for game point opportunity number 5.
Yeah, whether it's good or not, Alvy says, all right, time to do some business.
So, if you're noticing, Alvaro's staying up in the front. He's trying to think about his serve. His 5th, chance at game point. He's praying up to the Mexican gods, the Inca tribe, I think, or something like that. I don't know. But here he goes. Drive serve coming by Beltran to the side. Great serve. Oh, and he buried it. He's going to... Oh, he called it a short serve. I think it hit the line. Oh, I thought Scott said the serve was short.
Yeah, I'm not sure either here.
Back to the action on court number 10 right here. Rocky Carson back in the service box.
See if we can cue it up.
8 serves, 14.
We'll get back to it. 8-14. We'll show it when we get some time.
Yeah, let's stay with the action here. It's getting good. We got a good one. Rocky Carson drive serve coming up. Into the corner. Beltran puts it up top. Rocky's going to shoot that. Beltran's right there. Carson gets that one. 2 bounces. Get right there by Alvaro Beltran. Game point opportunity number 6 for the Mexican Monster. So I'd like to see him do something different. Just, you have to. So Rocky's thinking, is there a spot on the floor that I don't? But it's your responsibility to remember. He's asking Scott, didn't you watch the rally?
Yeah.
Scott's like, I'm watching the ball, don't worry. 6th game point opportunity, Alvaro Beltran down to drive.
Very short, and Alvy's gonna laugh at that one. Oh, you saw it?
So he's gonna go into his favorite spot, and he's gonna put that right up top. Now he has a serve to the side, but here we go. Overhand by Carson. Alvaro shoots it down the line. Carson's right there. Oh, what a shot right there by Carson. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Holds off 6 game point opportunities. Wow. Carson back in the service box. 8 serves, 14. Just get one. That's the thought process. Alvaro knew that was a good shot. Point by Carson. 9 serves, 14.
Alvaro really needs to let everything go and focus on what he's been doing this entire second game.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried. If anything, I think he's using a lot of energy he may need later if he wins this game. Buries that into the corner. What a great rally. We got 2 tremendous athletes out there and a fantastic game number 2. 7 game point opportunity. Alvaro's saying, do I have a timeout? Do I have anything? Do I have a water break? Do we need a TV timeout? Do we need a towel? We're going to stay right here.
Let's thank our towel timeout as our towel kids are coming in there to
just check things around while we got a timeout on the court. So what are you guys thinking in the chat box? It's flying right now. Frank Catalano is up in the box. Yeah, you can play it. We got the towel guys out there, those big yellow towels provided by Service Master. Thank you, Mr. Frank Catalano, also one of the sponsors of this event. So let's go back to that other serve you wanted to show everybody. No?
I got rid of the serve. I wanted to see this return by Rocky. Everybody was so happy about.
Oh, that was a short one. Oh, here we go. Rocky Carson. 10 seconds. Oh, that was that bullet down the line by Beltran.
Yep.
I think that was at like the 3rd game point opportunity.
Something
about
like
an
that.
hour ago.
An hour ago, yep. We actually are an hour and 15 minutes into this broadcast. Dean and I chatted it up for about 3 minutes, so we're about an hour and 12 in.
Alvaro's been stuck on 14 for about 37 minutes.
See if he can put this one away.
14 serves, 9, 7 game point opportunities by Beltran. The Mexican Monster wants a good one here. Does he go with the drive serve? Where does he go? To the forehand, to the backhand. He never really has a Z, but he goes high. It looks like it's a good one. What a splatty right there, returned by Carson. Fantastic return. 7th point held off by Rocky Carson. Rocky looks focused. He's in there saying, I'm getting to 15 before you. Set up off the back wall, Carson. Good grab by Beltran. Buries it into the corner for point number 10. 10 serves 14.
Rocky keeps climbing.
Yeah,
As
you know,
said, Dean, it's not over until you have 15.
listen, you have to get 15. That's the rules. Sorry about that. If it was 14, Beltran would be sitting out here waiting for game 3. Great pickup by Carson. Beltran buries that one down the line.
Can he finish it off?
You know, like I said before, you have to do a different serve. I know it might not be his favorite one, but all the others are not working at this point.
No, you're right.
So maybe move all the way to the left, maybe do a Z serve here, something. 8 times for game point. Here we go. Drive serve by Beltran. Short serve is the call. And Rocky's this is in favor of Rocky right here, a high lob serve, because he's been doing it well. Alvaro goes up top. Rocky's going to return the favor. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Into the corner. Game over. Alvaro Beltran took him 8 times, but he's there.
Finally.
15-10. Climbed up. What a great game. Let's take a short break, Kelly. What do you think?
I think we need to catch our breath. Players are going to do the same, and we'll have that tiebreaker coming up just a few moments. You're watching the IRT Network presented by
Eating It Live.
When you don't feel like yourself, trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From prescription medications to finding the things that make you feel better. Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
I feel like the racket belongs to my hand. It's just something natural, I think.
Not affecting her. She's doing such a great job.
Reaching the dream foundation helped me a lot to get to other places and other tournaments and get more experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My partner, Dean Grizzly Bear, learning how to work the mic.
That's it, Kelly, putting you out of a job.
Hey, be careful there.
Not happening.
So what happened in that second game there, Dean?
You know, it was almost like a 5K run.
Yeah,
You know,
you're absolutely right.
Alvaro was up like 2K, and slowly but surely Rocky, climbed back into the race, so to speak.
Yeah, it was the classic turtle and hare.
And that favors Rocky Carson, because even though he lost game 2, he has the momentum.
Oh, yeah.
In this game.
Yeah,
he held off 8 game points.
Yeah, he was at 13. I think it was 13-2, 13-3. And I think the final there was what, 15-8?
10.
15-10.
Yeah.
See that on the head pin scoreboard. Real quick little thank all of our sponsors, local sponsors, the Blueprint Process, Emory and Cardigan, Lincoln, Live Like John, Campbell Global, Spectrum. our sponsors up there on the front wall: Pin, Gearbox, Raffle House, Rollout, Head, Racquetball Warehouse, Service Master, Rocky Carson to serve. Game 3.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because we got a good one. Good return right there. Rocky's going to shoot that from 38 feet. Beltran is there.
Uh-oh.
That's incidental contact.
Those are some big boys. They're going to hit each other.
Set up off the back wall right there for Beltran, and he comes up with splinters. Momo Zalata checking in. Antonio Rojas from the 209. One of the Stockton boys. Junior champion at one point.
Not too far away from here.
Screen serve. So Rocky Carson with an early lead, 1-0, game number 3. Like I said before, guys, you better buckle up. This is a good one. I'm expecting a fantastic game 3. Two bounce get right there by Carson. Great down the line shot by the Mexican monster. So Kelly.
Yes, sir.
After the end of that game, what's your thoughts here for game 3?
My thoughts are that it's going to go slow. I think we're going to start fast and go a lot slow. Just like we saw in game 2. You know, Alvy built up a big lead. I think one of these players, I can't tell you who, I think one of these players are going to really build something up here.
Are we 11-10 tiebreaker?
Oh, absolutely.
That's your favorite number.
Yeah, of course it is. Should be every fan's out there. No, but I think it's going to be 11-8.
11-8?
11-8.
And who's coming out on top?
Don't do it to me, but I'm picking Alvy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Both players are pinching the ball way too much and they're reading it. And that's another really good point by Alvaro Beltran.
No, that point wasn't worth 2. I just missed his first one.
2 serves 1. Alvaro with the high lob. Rocky's going to cut it off. And that was a splatty. Little splatterlicious.
So, Dean, Alvy ran out of appeals in that second game. Now we're in the tiebreaker. What's the situation there?
Well, you're not going to see players use their appeal early in a tiebreaker. Yeah, the players are only going to get 1 appeal this game. So if you use it at under 5 or even 8 points,
you better be absolutely sure. Otherwise, you're really putting yourself in a hole.
You better be.
Ooh, tension's high.
Yeah, as a referee myself, not in racquetball, I used to referee hockey, and if someone says anything to me, it was automatic 2 minutes in the box. But Rocky's firing himself up right now.
And we've seen that so many times.
Yeah, but you can talk all you want, but what has to happen now? You got to execute.
Yep.
Got to back it up. What a great serve by Carson. Set up off the back wall. Carson buries that down the line. Kill shot.
It looked good to me. Alvy's thinking about it.
Yeah, it's too early. He's not going to use it. There's no way he'll use an appeal here. I'd be extremely surprised.
Yeah, I've got it ready, but he knows how that second game worked out for him and how quick he used them. He's not going to do it.
A cool checking in from New York. That's Antonio Rojas's world champion doubles. They won the 14 and under world champs 2 years ago in Minneapolis. Second serve coming up by Carson, 2-2. We're knotted. We're going to just step down here. Wow. Wow, that was amazing. That's
rare.
You know, he just try to push it so that the ball comes to Alvaro chest high, and you get a weak ceiling ball return and a setup off the back wall. But you got to make that serve. If you're going to rush it like that, you better make it. Beltran in the service box, that too. Great serve by Beltran. Setup coming here into the corner. Carson is there. No. 2-bounce get. Point number 3. Rocky didn't even get up. I think Scott called it good, but Rocky said it was 2 bounces because it was pretty clear. Again, we're down low. We have a bird's eye, we have a straight in view.
Right.
Scott is bird's eye view. He's looking from up top. Like I said before, it's very difficult to see really close calls from up top. Another bullet of a serve by Beltran. Into the corner. There's a winner. 4 serves 3. Great serve. Weak return. A beautiful kill shot. And Alvaro was moving on that play. I like that I saw that right there. 4 serving 2.
4 serving 2 on the head pins scoreboard.
Scott may have called the serve and the score, but neither guy heard it. Set up off the back wall by Beltran. Carson's right there. Bad shot selection by Beltran.
Yeah, and he knows it.
Yep.
He's looking at all the other shots he could have taken. I'll get it right.
What I haven't seen during the rally is wide angle passes. The wide angle pass will be like a pass that hits the sidewall behind your opponent. I see a lot of straight in pinches. And at that particular juncture right there, a wide angle pass by Beltran would have been phenomenal. But Alvaro finds himself back in the service box after a really good rally. It's 4 serves 2. Short serve. Second serve coming up by the Mexican. Big setup off the back wall by Carson. No chance for Beltran to even get a racket near that ball. Perfect down the line shot and excellent shot selection by Rocky Carson.
Dean, I don't know a lot of players that would got to that ball. Maybe David Bobby Horn, but who knows if he would have got it to the front wall.
I think that
was
one
an excellent shot.
Was a winner no matter what. Good serve by Carson. A lot of zip on that ball. Right down the line. So Alvaro wants a screen on that serve. Clearly, you guys have heard that. And his response to Scott is just because it doesn't come off the back wall, it could still be a screen. So I agree with him.
And I couldn't agree more.
3 serves for Carson. Carson had a lot of zip on that serve and another one. Great pace on that ball. Alvaro gets that one, goes up top. Rocky's going to shoot this. Alvaro's right there, repinches. Not a good shot selection by Beltran. Not a good shot selection by Beltran. He cut that off. He should have waited.
Can hear the crowd coming alive here.
Easy to say from out here, but when you're in there,
whole nother ball game.
Different game.
Luis says nasty.
New Mexico's in the house. That's a state I've never been to. It's on my list. Rocky Carson, drive serve from Carson, 4-4. There's a skip serve. So far in the tiebreaker, we have a lob second serve short by Carson and a skip serve by Carson. But
Ryan serving in Germany. Shout out. I'm glad you can watch this high-level racquetball.
going back to Rocky's serves before, they had so much pace on him. He's really cutting the ball. But as you can see, when you miss a serve like that, you get the skip. But his two serves prior to that had so much pace and cut on the ball. They were really good. Setup coming from Carson, center court. Alvaro's there, goes back up top. Rocky's going to take this off the back wall. Easy pinch right there by Beltran. Finds himself up 5, serves 4.
And you say easy, obviously easy for Alvaro.
Absolutely. Well, it's not easy for me.
Well,
it's easy for me to say it.
Yeah. And watch it, right?
I could say, listen, that return, the serve return from Kane is easy from out here. Good shot right there by Beltran. Rocky's going to cut this off. Alvaro's right there, set up off the back wall. Nice pinch re-kill by Rocky Carson.
Rocky from Ladera Ranch, California, finds himself back in the box. He's got himself 1 point to tie this one up. I'm thinking he wants to score a couple more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm kind of with Alvaro here.
Alvaro's complaint here is extremely valid. The ball is perfectly down the line.
Yep.
And out of reach.
Yep.
But to Scott's defense is, that's the call. Let's move on. I know I say it often, but it's very hard to let it go when you're in a tiebreaker match. I've been there. Alvaro's a little winded.
Yeah.
And he's angry. But again, even on a timeout, you're not going to see one right about now. Not from Alvaro. It's a little too early. Like I said, we were taking steps. We were tied up at 2. We were tied up at 4. We're tied up at 5. You know, no one's off to the races here. Drive serve coming up from Carson, 5-5. Screen serve.
Ooh, and that's tough. Alvy had such a good return on that one.
Yeah, but it's a screen.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a screen.
You're right. I'm with you. I can just feel for Alvy. That was such a good shot.
Just gave him a technical. So now it's 5 serves 4.
Yikes. You always hate to see that. Take 1 point away from Alvy's score.
That's a good one. Let's stick with this action right here on center court. Rocky Carson going to go with a lob serve. This is going to be an easy setup by Beltran down the line. See, now regroup, forget it, move on.
Right.
Has to happen. But you got to know, especially at this level, okay, there's only so much talking you can do to the ref.
Right.
So as a referee, I get it. You don't like my call, you don't agree with it, but that's what it is. Nice point right back there by Alvaro Beltran. Alvaro's going to get himself another one. Scott also has to just let it go. 5 serves 5. Alvaro Beltran, drive serve coming up. Replay.
Hashtag it. Put it on a t-shirt.
Got a little controversy coming up here. tiebreaker action here. Center court semifinals, the first one of the day. Alvaro Beltran versus Rocky Carson. We're knotted up at 5. This is first serve for Beltran. Drive serve coming up. Set up for Beltran. Great down the line shot by Alvaro Beltran.
Rocky thought about it.
Had the perfect fake. Alvaro's like, yeah, do it. It'll be 6-5.
Right. He said, I picked up a technical. It's your turn.
Gonna trade technicals. You know, these, like we said early in the broadcast, these guys played plenty of times. They're no strangers to each other. 6 serves 5, Alvaro Beltran.
7-5.
Second serve coming up. Mike Lippett watching, Reaching Your Dreams Foundation.
Things a bit chippy out there, Dean, and rightfully so. This is a chance to go to the finals. It's a big tournament. A lot of people
for nothing,
here.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm with
Sorry.
you. There's nothing wrong with it.
Great cross court there by Beltran and a good return by Carson. Into the corner, Alvaro gets this one up top. Rocky's going to try to shoot it. No, he has to go up top. Beltran shoots this down the line. Carson's there to get it. Off the back wall, set up, reverse pinch. Fantastic shot by the Mexican monster. What a great shot.
Yeah,
a reverse pinch.
You can see that crowd behind us really coming alive. They appreciate that. And who can't? These guys are going at it.
You know, Alvaro loves that corner. So,
yeah, he's been playing it all match.
Yeah, 7 serves 5, center court. Great drive serve by Alvaro Beltran.
Believe that's an ace.
Ace, that is an ace. 8 serves 5.
He's saying 9-5.
You know, maybe Alvaro's using this as motivation to himself. It's possible. Another ace serve by Beltran. You're going to see an appeal or a timeout. Timeout
it is. Court. I say we keep it here, Dean.
Yeah, we have to.
We're not going to take a commercial break out there.
No, not at all. Not even a Red Bull break.
No.
Or a Starbucks break. So, okay, so both players in there are jawing at the ref.
Right.
They're not directing any of their anger at each other, and I like that.
Right.
I personally, I need to engage myself with the ref when I'm playing, especially if nothing's going in my favor.
Right.
That motivates me.
No,
so
for
clearly,
sure.
That's motivating the Mexican monster right now.
And I also think Scott's doing a great job. You know, he's given out several warnings throughout this entire match. He did end up giving Alvi a technical there, rightfully so. He's had his warnings. And as you said, Alvi might be using that as motivation, but I think Scott's done a great job at controlling this match.
Absolutely. You know, listen, like, I know we said it, we're you know, over and over again. To Scott's defense, refereeing from up high is difficult.
Yeah, you can actually see him there. Upper left hand of our screen, he's up in his little perch.
It's hard to see. And these guys are hitting the ball, you know, 200 miles an hour, trying to push it to 3.
Right. Don't know if you've seen the racquetball promo.
So Alvaro getting ready to serve. You're going to see a serve to the forehand. I'm almost positive. I would bet the house. There it is. Short serve is the call. So both players have an appeal. So at 9-5, you know, but even if he wins that appeal, he's only going to get to reserve the ball. So that's not worth an appeal. Alvaro goes up top. Rocky's going to have to shoot this. Alvaro's right there. Goes back up top. Set up off the back wall by Carson. Skip ball first. Match point opportunity for the Mexican monster. 10 serving, 5. Stay in the box, stay focused. I don't like this from Beltran, to be honest. I don't want to loosen things up. I want to stay focused, you know, laser focused, and I want 1 point. That's all I want right here. Rocky Carson back to return. Alvaro set up off the back wall into the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the match. The Mexican Monster wins in 3. Unbelievable. We're going to stay right here. We're going to have some interviews with both of these players coming up. So, Kelly, fantastic, right?
I can't ask for anything better, Dean. I told you I thought Alvy might have the advantage.
Yeah, well, we're going to hopefully try to get one of the players over here to talk to them, give them a little shout out online. With them.
So for now, we'll just take a quick commercial break.
And we'll be right back.
And we'll be right back here live on the IRT Network, presented by
eNet Live.
My name is Colin.
My name's Austin.
And I love Crystal Pepsi.
Sir, you want a Crystal Pepsi? Ooh.
Rob, I'll get right to it. You're great, and I want you to lead the chicken team. Your first order of business will be my Chipotle Chicken Ciabatta Sandwich. Your choice of a spicy, crispy, or grilled chicken breast with a Chipotle sauce served on lightly toasted ciabatta bread.
Thanks, Jack. Pick the right guy. I am your chicken man.
Rob, you got the job. Cool it.